Hey, welcome back everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking about a certain relationship which I find very interesting. So there's this 19-year-old girl, right? And she recently married, get this, an 89-year-old man with dementia. Now right off the bat, with just that amount of info, I'm sure you've got several red flags up in your head. A 19-year-old girl, why would she marry an old man with dementia who's barely hanging on to life? Now, of course, let's not jump to any conclusions here. There's a bunch of options that could happen here. There's option A, right? Where this is true love. She has genuinely fallen in love with this old man, and it's actually a really wholesome relationship. She takes care of him and whatever, and, you know, sometimes people have different preferences, right? Now, after doing some research, I really wish that I could say it's a true love relationship and this girl is just falling in love with this random 89-year-old man. But sadly, with all the context that I've seen and everything this girl has posted on her Twitter, I've come to the conclusion that it's probably option B. She's taking advantage of this old man, essentially waiting for him to die to steal his money. If you don't know how inheritance works, pretty much when someone dies, they can give their money to somebody else, and usually it's someone that you're very close to, like a wife. And obviously, just from the fact that this guy's 89, you can already see there's a severe problem with this relationship, but the fact that this guy has dementia as well, and literally has no idea what's going on, makes it 20 times more disgusting and essentially a non-consensual relationship. So let's just go over a few things here. So, we go to this girl's Twitter, and it says, her husband is 89, reply gal. Here's a tweet that she made this August, which says, I'm gonna piss and poop myself and vomit on myself. Lee has so much freaking money, freaking hell, I've literally been homeless before. Now, Lee is obviously the name of this old man, and she's getting giddy with excitement that the man is rich, and she's about to marry him. Now, before we actually get into the meat of the video, let's just keep a counter on the screen, right? We've got the true love counter, right? Anything that shows evidence that she truly loves this man, and it's a genuine relationship, we add a point to this counter. And then we have the other counter, disgusting exploitative relationship, right? Let's bump up counter number 2 by 1 point because of this tweet. Whichever counter has more points at the end of this video is what I'm gonna assume is happening here. So obviously there's a bunch more tweets of her just getting giddy at the fact that she somehow married this man and got into a relationship with him, essentially taken advantage of him, and when he dies, which is very, very soon considering he's age 89, that's already past life expectancy in most parts of the world, and he should probably be dead by now, but he doesn't really have much time left, and when that time is over, this girl's gonna get all his money. Now, in response to one of her tweets bragging about her relationship, somebody responds and clarifies that he has severe dementia and she was his aide at a nursing home. She stated multiple times that he doesn't know her name or who she really is, and it's just very obviously her taking advantage of this man. So let me just take this chance to tell you guys how they met. Like, how did Lee meet this random 19-year-old, right? And how did she marry him? Pretty much, this guy had a loving wife, and one terrible day, his wife was killed in a car accident, right? And somehow he managed to survive, and ever since then, he's been in this nursing home, right? Because obviously, you know, old man, he can't really take care of himself, he has dementia, he probably forgets to eat, forgets where his house is. Dementia is really no joke, it's very serious, and it's a very sad thing. So Lee is staying in a nursing home, right? Enter the 19-year-old girl. Unfortunately, she was his nurse. She was assigned to take care of this man and make sure that his last years on planet Earth were spent in comfort. So what does she do, right? She
せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら
This man doesn't really know what's happening. Essentially, he needs her to function, and yeah, she can pretty much just take advantage of him. She notices that he has a lot of money, she does her research on him, and learns that once she marries him, and once he dies, she will get his inheritance, and bing bang bomb, the nurse that was supposed to care for him is now waiting for him to die to take his money. This is one cruel world. Jesus Christ. My heart genuinely broke when I saw this story, dude. I can't stand these type of people. And if you need any more confirmation that Lee is not aware of what's happening, and this is not a consensual relationship, all you have to do is look at this girl's Twitter. Lee is confused this morning, and we handed him a glass of tea, and he said, "Do you know what's in this glass?" And we said, "It's tea." And he said, "No, it's desire." So today is gonna be interesting, I think. So just looking at this tweet, maybe he's joking around, and let's give her the benefit of the doubt, but I think the next one really seals the deal. He used to be a superintendent in Memphis, and I think when we woke him up, suddenly he went back to that because he thinks Rosaline is a teacher, and he thinks I'm a student, and he's giving us a speech about needing to get the job done. So you're telling me this is a consensual relationship, and he doesn't even know who you are? He doesn't know what you are, that you're his wife. He thinks you're a student. An old man who has dementia, who thinks he's living in the past, and is clearly acting crazy due to his illness, is not a guy who can consent. Honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're taking advantage of this old man clinging to life for your own selfish needs. And to think you were his nurse, you were assigned to take care of him. You're just disgusting. I can't even. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it's pretty plain as day what's happening here. I feel like there should genuinely be a law against this, right? And people really need to take care of the elderly. Maybe assign one more person so they can't resort to doing something like this, because apparently humans can't be trusted anymore, dude. I don't know. Here we have a tweet from July where she was actually considering marrying this guy. Why am I considering this? He is 90 years old. What is wrong with me, Lamau? And here we have one of her friends saying, "Do it. Get the bag, sis." I don't know what's happening here. I feel like she's gonna split the check or something with her friends. It just seems like a dirty, disgusting, underhanded plan. And she clearly doesn't love him just based on this tweet. Like, can we do like a -1 on the love counter here? I asked him what he actually wants our relationship to be, and we talked about the emotional aspect. And then he did say that if I want to do any activities, then he wants me to be comfortable talking about that with him. And he said that he could not get me pregnant because he had a surgery from cancer that makes it where he cannot semen, which is good news, I think. So apparently this guy had cancer as well, and which is good news, I think. I'm so mad, dude. This is downright appalling behavior. Like, surely this is a crime, right? There's no consent, for God's sake. Here we have another one of her friends saying, "Yeah, but you and me are gonna take the inheritance and live our dreams with Michael and Max, I guess." What if I actually